My dear child, if you feel like giving up, don't. You are way closer to your goals than it may appear on the surface. Success is an inside job. Stop seeking the validation and approval of others. Go all in on your dreams. Take daily steps outside of your comfort zone to push yourself into making yourself and the world a better place. When you grow, everything around you grows. A quantum leap in your life is ahead. Trust the path. My child, no. Deep within you is the peace and the joy that you are seeking. It has always been there within you. However, it is likely been covered up by that which you went through or that which you are still holding on to. It is time for you to do a spring clean deep within yourself. Make space by releasing that which no longer serves you, be it a particular material item, a toxic relationship, certain way of thinking, or a past painful event. Release anything which is preventing you from connecting with your inner peace and joy consistently. Make through space for more in your life, including your desires. Leave room for what is next. My child, know that letting go is never easy, and it is never easy to let go of something that once meant the world to you. But also, there is no point holding on to something that no longer means anything to you. Things change with me, we don't stay the same forever. Sometimes we have to let go of the things close to our hearts just to protect our inner peace, to keep ourselves sane, to make room for those who deserve our time, space, and energy. I know it is never easy, but so is feeling trapped. There is no point in dwelling on the things that are no longer good for you. And as long as you hold on to those things and beings, you hold yourself back as well from growing, from moving on. Yes, letting go is not an overnight process. It is not an instant thing. It has happened gradually and it will may seem difficult at first, but trust me, at the end it will worth it. Because sometimes choosing yourself means having to let go of something else. And my child, choosing yourself never goes in vain. It is always worth it and it always has. My child, know that you don't have to be alone in this suffering. You don't have to be alone. It feels as though what is going on inside your mind and the suffocating weight on your heart, no one would understand it. Ross, you would never be able to explain it well enough. Only you know this feeling and how much it hurts, how much it confuses you, tears you apart. But we are alike more than you know, all of us. Our experiences may be different, but it hurts the same. And maybe the people in your life would not feel what you are feeling, but they will show up for you. They will listen to you and hold you when you cry and comfort you in their own little ways. Remember, you don't have to be alone. Pain always feels a slight bit bearable when you are not facing it all by yourself. when you allow your people to be there with you, for you, every step of the way. My child, know that you are being watched over by so many angels, so keep walking in alignment and stay true to your core's values. When you stay true to yourself and operate from a space of integrity, even when it may feel uncomfortable, God will reward you. Stand for something or you will fall for anything. You are being called to walk strongly in your values and work on developing habits that make you a better person. Your daily inner growth is showing. My child, know that sometimes we need to feel lost to find a different version of ourselves. Feeling lost does not mean anything about you. It does not mean you failed at something or that you are behind in life. It is a normal phase that we all go through from time to time, and it is a necessary phase to go through. When we feel lost, we feel the need to look for answers, and if we did not feel lost, we would stay on the path, and we are on which may not be the path for us anymore. Feeling lost is an opportunity to find where we are meant to go. You have to honor the hope you have. This is not a season where you can't sit idly and watch your purpose be carried out by the strength of another. This is a season where you fight. This is the moment when you grab everything you have and move forward with not regrets to the past. My child, know that. Find that inner strength that pulls the greatness out of you and push through. Your breakthrough is so much closer than you think. The enemy wants us to believe we are trapped with no way out. But I am here to tell you, my child, the devil is a liar. No weapon. Just think about all of the times when they counted you out, but God threw you right back in. There is nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can't conquer with the Holy Spirit by your side. You are designed and destined to be continuously victorious. Be yourself, love yourself. Shine in front of those who never thought you could. Don't you dare give up. You got this. What you are going through is preparation, not punishment. Fight for your dreams, fight for more opportunities, and fight for pride. Fight for whatever it is that burns inside of you. The universe is getting you ready for your next phase, and it is going to be amazing. Your glow will blind some people. Keep shining and let them wear shades. Believe in new possibilities and make life yours. My child, know that. How we choose to perceive life affects how we lead ourselves. We can operate from victim mentality and believe that life is happening to us and that we don't have control. And the reality is there are certain things we don't have control over and a lot that we do. And when we perceive what we have no control over is always happening for our highest good. We will feel thankful for whatever happens because we know it is for us. In any situation, there are always things we have control over. Most importantly, we have control over ourselves. And when we change how we lead ourselves, everything else changes as a result. How we choose to perceive life affects our thoughts and feelings, and when we view life as always happening for us and taking care of us, it changes how we feel, which increases our level of satisfaction on how we view the world. My child, know that. Instead of being discouraged by what is imagined and what could be, focusing on your present circumstances can undermine your confidence to create your possibilities. No one successfully moves forward by looking back and begin by imagining that better is possible and that you are capable. Accept the now, release the past, and love yourself enough to focus on your future and trust that your best days are ahead and you deserve happiness. One day you will realize that happiness is not what your house look like, but how you love the people within its walls. Happiness is not finding success by a certain time, but finding something you love so much time itself seems to disappear. Happiness is not thinking you have earned the world's approval, but waking up each day and feeling so at peace within your own skin. Quietly anticipating the day ahead, unconcerned with how you are perceived, happiness is not having the best of everything, but the ability to make the best of anything. Happiness is knowing you did what you could with what you were given. Happiness is not something that comes to us when every problem is solved and all things are perfectly in place. But in the shining silver linings that remind us the light of day is always there if we slow down enough to notice. My child, know that. You are creating your life every day with every choice you make and every person you welcome and bid farewell to. Every relationship you walk into and out of, every mistake you commit and bear the consequences of every failure you encounter and learn from. Every opportunity you seize and lose, every milestone you unlock or decrease from, you are building a portion of your life. Even it is affecting you adversely or folding into something entirely unexpected, it is leading you to exactly where you belong. It may seem overwhelming and exhausting, and you may have several questions with no real answers, but at the end of it all, when you look back at your life, you are going to feel nothing but proud, grateful, and happy. No complaints, no demands, no regrets, no apologies, no grievance, just simple pride, gratitude, and happiness. You know why? Because life has always been rigged in your favor, always. So, my child, know that. When Jesus came in front of the tomb of Lazarus, the tomb entrance was covered by a stone. The stone was required to be moved so that Lazarus can come out of the tomb and when he had resurrected. In the same way, there are some stones that are covering your life or obstructing your life to hear my voice in your life or keeping you away from my calling or keeping you away from my blessings and I have for you which you need to take away from your life. So think about and analyze what are the stones that you need to remove from your life that are being as an obstruction to hear my voice, for my blessings and for my calling. If you are still keep that in your life, it will keep you away from me. And do you want that to be happen? If not, remove those stones from your life or else ask me to show you what are those stones and I will show you and I will help you to remove those. I need you and you need me more than anything. So my child, know that honoring your dreams is the greatest way to honor your existence and you were never meant to remain stagnant. Wanting more does not mean you lack gratitude for all that you have, and it means you are honoring your own expansion. Learning into the effortless flow of the universe and trusting that who you are and what you have to do offer is exactly what this world needs. Wanting more does not diminish the beauty of your life right now and loving your life in this moment exactly as it is does not diminish the beauty of your dreams. You are allowed to do both, to uncover the miracles that exist all around you in your life right now and while following the pull of your heart leading you to something more. So my child, know that. Don't be surprised if you are tired or a little flat. This moment is the bridge between endings and new beginnings. You are safe and the angels are close. And it is vital that you cleanse, release, declutter all that is ready to go and clear away any lower vibes you have taken on. Make this a priority, but go gently. Begin to make room for the new. When you long for change, you may worry, how can I make this happen? And this is the answer. By letting go, you roll out the red carpet for your prayers to come to fruition. The divine power is working with you to release anything that does not fit your true illuminated self and the new beginnings which is divinely planned for you. Your angels are available to help you with anything which feels difficult. They want you to ask. They told me today that you don't ask for enough support, love, and abundance. The divine power reminds you that to try to do everything yourself is foolhardy and exhausting because it means relying on your ego alone. You have a team of heavenly helpers besides you right now, and when you hand over your concerns and desire to the angels, you see faster and better results, and you will feel protected in every moment. The love from the divine is miraculous and healing, and by asking you, make yourself available for it, and life falls magically into place. My child, know that It is the little things on the days that you feel the least. Think about the little things that make you happy. A warm shower at the end of a busy day, a happy dance on a Sunday morning while cooking your favorite meal, and a smile from a loved one. Memories of the road trips you took and the sky that is filled with beautiful colors. Sometimes you don't need to look too far to be happy. It is all around you. So find it and feel it in your heart. Memories of the road trips you took and the sky that is filled with beautiful colors. Sometimes you don't need to look too far to be happy. It is all around you. Find it and feel it in your heart. The universe is releasing you from past experiences. This can be soul based memories, fears from previous lifetimes, or older aspects of this current lifetime that you have moved on from. Know that this is the time to reclaim your freedom and rewrite your story. You can do this by following through on your dreams. Gone are the days of fear based indecision. This is the time to rise up and claim your truth. If you are sitting on a dream or feeling called to move in a particular direction, it is because you have unearthed an important soul lesson. It is essential for you to follow that call to clear unwanted energies of your past. As you do so, don't allow yourself to be pulled into expecting the worst possible outcome. Know that this expectation is not your truth, but old energy being released from your energy body. Call in angels to shine their light on any repressed fear, energies, or stories that are no longer serving you, and it is time to fly high in freedom. So, my child, know that. During the winter time, we remove the clutter and start to reflect on setting new goals, ideas, and putting our intentions together to manifest our dreams for the future. This is a part of rebirth and transformation, and if you are going through a difficult and challenging situation, rebirth and changes about to happen in your life, let go of yesterday. It is time to start creating the new energy with memories and being grounded in the present. We are all facing challenging times, and it is a learning experience that has brought you out of your comfort zone, and everything is changing. It is time to accept and adjust the way things are now as you evolve and grow spiritually. Focus on having a clear vision as you dig deep inside your soul center. You will release old past wounds and ignite positive energy. Remember, everything happens for a reason. It is a part of you and makes you the person you are today. You are no longer the same person but an upgraded and amazing version of you. My child, know that the emotional body is breaking open so you can continue moving towards real unconditional love. Omens, signs, and symbols may have been distracting you to take you off path, and it is important to go within and regroup. Reclaim back your life and force energy through doing a power callback from all the external distractions. Show up for yourself through focusing on your own goals and plans. And upheaval is forcing life force energy and willpower that has been buried deep within to rise up and burst through. So don't try to contract these radical changes and energy shifts that are underway. My child, know that how we communicate and show up for one another is really important. When we are hurting, we need to be met with empathy, tenderness, and emotional validation rather than reassurance, advice, judgment, or pity. The same is true for the people around you, and they need to experience the warmth of your empathy and patience and presence with them in their hurt. And this is the foundation of healthy and loving relationship, and it means and we are turning into what each other feels, needs and wants. We are being soft hearted, interested, and curious. We are prioritizing time and space to listen, care, and pray together. Empathy does so much to warm up a relationship and demonstrate God's love and care for us as we let our own hearts be tenderized by the distress of others and join with Jesus' heartfelt compassion for them. The people we care for will feel seen, understood, loved, accepted, and not alone. What a tremendous gift of love that is. Everything that we want to do in this world goes better when we communicate and respond to people's hurt in a way and that is attentive and caring. So my child, know that whenever someone gets angry on you or becomes happy to see you, they are just spilling whatever they already had within themselves. The anger and happiness has nothing to do with you but with their own being. When someone is continuously suppressing their anger, and it will start spilling on others. Similarly, when someone is overflowing with love and joy, it will make others happy. A wise person will never identify themselves with the spilled anger of others, and one should only be concerned with filling their own energy with love and happiness, so that whenever someone comes in contact with you, you uplift them instead of draining them. Just don't take anything personally when people spill around their negative energy. Simply distance yourself and focus on your own energy. So my child, know that you are detaching from the character you once created to keep yourself safe and honor that old self tough. Thanks that old self, and you are not just discarding who you once were, because who you once were was someone you once needed. And what is required now is a higher version of you, but that does not make the other version any less than this one if you got here. Honor the side of yourself, and you are so accustomed to shaming. Continue to peel back, but do so while honoring all that has made you. My child, know that this is what they can't take from you. They can't take the morning sunrise, the promise of a new moon. The feel of the earth against your bare feet, and they can't take your history, the hope and the heartache. The experience that shaped you, how you felt your heart crack down the middle and sewed it back together with your two hands. They can't take your deep inner strength or the resilience you have built after years of enduring, persisting, and surviving. They can't take your stubborn heart and how it beats through the joy and the pain, steady, constant, refusing to quiet. They will never take your love for stories and how a really good one can plant itself in your heart and stay with you long after, and you have reached the end. They can't take the wisdom that lives inside you, your heart's consciousness, the feeling deep within that can't be put into words. They can't take your hope for the future, your vision of tomorrow, and your belief in something more. They can't take your enormous heart and endless capacity to love. They can't take your soul, your essence, the part of you that infinite, measureless, everlasting, and they can't take your roots that keeps you anchored to the ground, that no matter how hard the winds blow, you remain firm in your sense of being steady, strong, and unshaken. My child, know that the air is changing around you, and although you can't quite put your finger on what it is, you know something incredible is coming your way, and there has been an internal shift within your spirit that is making everything outside of you shift as well. Tonight's moon is the ultimate sign from the universe you have been waiting for, and it is the sign that is telling you to stop being afraid of shining your light at its full power. Don't try to suppress the brilliance of your soul. Illuminate it proudly, and your blessings need to be able to find you. Let your beacon of light show them the way. My child, know that relationships are not black and white. Our experiences and observations shape how we perceive ourselves and others. They influence our fears and triggers and how we lead ourselves in relationships. A big part of how people show up in their connection is a reflection of how they are unknowingly trying to protect themselves. Many of us have needs that must be met in order for us to feel safe enough to open up to love. And when those needs are not met, many of us tend to draw conclusions based on our past experience and resort to our coping. Prior to doing the work, we are subconsciously leading ourselves from a place of wanting to meet the needs that silence our fears. And if the needs are not met, the fears get triggered, and with doing the work, we are better able to recognize whether we are showing up authentically or as a result of our fears. It is also important to note that we can't do the work for our partners even if we wanted to, and we can only do the work for ourselves. You can love your life deeply and appreciate all that you have and still honor the voice within telling you, and there is something more out there for you. Honoring your dreams does not lessen the life you have now, and just like loving your life now does not lessen the beauty of your dreams. You have unconditional permission to do both, to fall in love with your life in this moment and exactly as it is, while listening to that inner voice that tells you there is something more. My child, know that. The infamous line, the moment you stop putting effort into certain people, you will see a lot of your relationships fall apart, is completely true. Try it. Stop being the first one who messages, who calls. Stop making all the plans and putting in all the effort and let them call you instead. Let them messages you, let them miss you for once, and it might be hard at first, but after a few days you will realize that you were the one pulling the weight of a relationship that should have been two-way. You don't need half-hearted friendships and little to no effort from people who you have chosen to have in your life. Start this new year by prioritizing yourself, and that means doing your part, but not more than that. And the previous years have been, though. And we are too old for big circles and no one within them to call our real friends. So keep those few in your life who truly care about you and who make the effort, and let the rest go. It will be good for you, so believe me, and it will be good for you. My child, know that. Today is your day, and you will not allow the enemy to steal your joy. You will not look at your direct deposit and be sad that it is gone because of bills. Instead, you will be grateful to be alive and healthy enough to be employed, and you will feel victorious knowing you are blessed to have a vehicle and a home to pay for. You may not have everything you want now, but trust the universe will always provide everything you need. Prosperity is in you, and in perfect timing, you will have more than you can imagine. So you will work smarter, not harder, and soon you will have to upgrade your wallet, your closest, and your home, your car, and you will wonder how you were ever stressed, because God's favor allows nothing but the best. The Holy Spirit is saying to you today, you may be tired, you may be discouraged and frustrated, but don't give up. So my child, know that. It sounds circle, glitch, but you have to be your own biggest cheerleader. Many are feeling stuck in their current reality and wanting to do something new. But you were told by a friend or family member, oh, you can't do that, or that is going to take you too long time to build, so you feel blocked from even starting. You don't have support, you don't have anyone who believes in you, and you don't have a cheerleader. Only you are missing something, and you have to take on this role for yourself. You have to be your own biggest cheerleader, and you must believe in yourself more than anyone else. Lean into your spirit guide team and allow them to support you. Feel into your connection with Source and feel the supportive love there for you. And with these connections, you will become unstoppable. So, my child, know that you are seeing it now, the patterns, the cycles, the breakthroughs, and you are finally recognizing their significance in your journey. You are finally realizing that not every blessing arrives at the exact moment and you want it to, and not every lesson is delivered to you in a pretty package. You are finally understanding predestined, but your actions are not, and you are in complete control of them. So, every obstacle does not require your full amount of energy, but it does deserve your completely and utter humility. With each passing conversations you have with the universe, and you are becoming more aware of yourself and the environment around you. Fear was once that held you back until pride took over, and now neither of them are standing in your way, and your path is shifting to accommodate the changes. Everything is going to be different now, and your wood is about to be engulfed in magic. My child, know that. Romans 11. We must remember that we cannot be saved by our works, that we can only be saved by the grace of God. Jesus died for our sins, and our works cannot save us, but faith without work is dead. When we truly believe we want to do works, our works show the world that Jesus is our Savior and brings more glory to Him, and the mercury of God is great. In the same way, let your light shine before others, and that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. His great grace and mercy has saved us, and do all to His glory. May He increase and we decrease. So, my child, know that if you are finding the energy heavy or rather difficult during this Mercury retrograde, taking time out is essential in order to try and regain some positive vibes. Meditation is a good practice to take part in each day as it brings inner peace. Sometimes answers or solutions can only be found by going within. Meditation, spiritual work, or paying attention to messages in your dream is the perfect way to gain insight to a situation. In some situations, being pragmatic and trying to gain intellectual insights is useless, so light a candle, take a deep breath, play some gentle relaxation music, ask the angels for help, then listen to what your soul wants you to know. For this is where the answers are. You will know instantly what you need to do. So, my child, know that. One day you will realize that true success is not the way things look, but how they feel. And a life that feels truly good will require you to be uncomfortable, and it will ask you to stretch. It will force you to be vulnerable, to lie your heart bare. It will prompt you to make the hardest choice and to reconcile the fact that sometimes what is hard is also what is right. It will force you into integrity. It will open you where you have tried to build every wall, and it will make you process every hurt you thought and you had moved beyond, and only to discover it has been lingering somewhere inside and waiting to be felt, to be held. One day you will realize that true success is not some place you might arrive one day, but the way in which you take each step in stride. It is the way you move forward, how you make the most of anything and everything around you. One day you will realize that the path to where you want to be is paved from the pieces that are already in front of you. One day you will realize that you were only ever meant to do and what you can with what you have. One day you will know that if you keep reaching in the direction of your heart's calling, eventually you will land. One day you will realize it is entirely possible to have everything on the surface, but an emptiness just beneath. This is because we can never have enough of what we don't truly want, and the things we do want, they will require us to risk, to face, to be honest and true. It will require us to ask for the love and we are seeking and to give all of it back 1,000 times over, and it will shatter our egos and diminish our defenses and make us start over again and again. So until we have built ourselves a little corner of the world we are proud of, until we have arrived not at a place in the world where there is nothing but peace, but a place in our souls that is evergreen. So my child, know that the universe responds to your frequency and it does not recognize your personal desires, wants or needs. It only understands the frequency in which you are vibrating at. For example, if you are vibrating in the frequency of fear, guilt or shame, you are going to attract things of a similar vibration. If you are vibrating in the frequency of love, joy and abundance, you are going to attract things that support that frequency. It's a kinda like tuning into a radio station. You have to be tuning into the music you want to listen to, just like you have to be tuned into the energy you want to manifest into your life. Change your mindset and it will change your life. So my child, know that this is what is meant by creation, and the statement that creation is finished means that nothing is ever to be created and it is only to be manifested. What is called creativeness, it's only becoming aware of what already is, and you simply became aware of increasing portions of that which already exist. The fact that you can never be anything that you are not already, or experience anything not already existing, explains the experience of having an acute feeling of having heard before what is being said, or having met before the person being met for the first time, or having seen before a place or thing being seen for the first time. My child, know that your current circumstances are a result of your current beliefs, and if you can change your beliefs right now, the circumstances will evaporate right now. When you are facing a circumstance, it feels real and set in stone, but remember, the cause of any circumstance is always a belief or pattern of thought. Once you change that pattern of thought, even the rawest circumstances fade away. An event or circumstance cannot exist without an underlying belief. So my child, know that And they were all amazed and were in doubt, saying one to another, "What is mean this?" And others mocking said, "These men are full of new wine." But Peter, standing up with the 11, lifted up his voice and said unto them, "Ye men of Judea, and all that dwell of Jerusalem, be this known unto you, and hearken to my words. For these are not drunken, as suppose, seeing it is but the third hour of the day. But this is that which was spoken by the prophet Joel, and it shall come to pass in the last days, saith God, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh. And your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaids I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy. And I will shew wonders in heaven above, and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire, and vapor of smoke. The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before that great and notable day of the Lord come. And it shall come to pass, and whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. My child, know that. If you are reading this, I hope the thing you have been hoping and praying for happiness soon, because you deserve it. And if you are reading this, I hope the pieces of your heart that broke from cracks that allow light into the darkness, because someone like you is so rare. I hope you look at your reflection, seeing just that, even if someone else did not. If you are reading this, I hope you can take a moment in this fast-paced life and be lead and be really proud of yourself for what you just achieved. Because even if people are not saying it or seeing it, I think it is amazing what you have done. And if you are reading this, I hope you find it in your heart to forgive yourself for the mistake you have made. Because no amount of guilt or remorse will change what has happened, but you do have the ability to choose where you go from here. And if you are reading this, I hope the life you are leading, the things you are doing, and the words you are saying are good, because you deserve the kind of goodness around you and that is within you. My child, no. Dear someone, no. Refusing to hold your hand in front of their friends and starting at their phone constantly during dinner, calling you by someone else's name and never making plans with you because they would not make the time, keeping your relationship a secret even when there is not a reason to, making jokes at your expenses, saying you are too sensitive when you say something about it, only being kind to you when no one else is around, and acting as if your interests are shallow or insignificant, nitpicking every single flaw in the name of helping you to be better, telling you that you are too much, allowing their jealousy to overshadow their trust with you, and acting as if they settle for you, never taking the time to know you and refusing to see you for everything that you are, acting as if loving you is a burden and taking for granted that loving you has always been a privilege, not noticing when your heart breaks bit by bit, and not even bothering to look up when you finally get the courage to walk out the door to find someone who is not afraid to. And he threw it all away, and everything I thought he was everything I thought he were building everything we promised one another down the drain over things that could have been avoided, all because he became infatuated with the attention and he was getting from other women instead of taking care of what he had at home. And I saw the changes in his behavior, but I chose to ignore them because I refused to believe he would never lie or betray me. And in the end, I regret not listening to my gut. Never again will I allow my emotions to overpower that nagging feeling when something does not feel right. So pay attention to the red flags, especially when they hurt. Dear souls, someone know that. I have always loved the sky, but I did not realize how small my world has become, and I let myself restrict within you. And when I am a dreamer, how could I only have one dream? Did not leave you alone because I believed the sky had no doors but here within you, and I was not running wild or free, and I was hiding. I choose over everybody else cause you opened your arms, and just like how the sky opens itself for the birds, but with time you started closing your arms cause you got scared of letting me go, and you wrapped your arms so tightly that all my feathers started falling off. More than I could high fly with you, and I started falling off. I wanted to change a few things in me, but they always stay with me like a blanket in winter. I tried to stay away, but they always found a way to visit me. These habits did not die, but then when I left you, and as I watched you slowly fade away from my life, and I noticed that these bad habits were also slowly fading away with you. I was trying to fight a fight with you, and I did not realize you have brought this trouble into my life. Should you have fought with you, not the habit. My child, know that your heart's desires are manifesting into reality, and the angels ask you to hold fast to your faith and expect positive outcome. This is an absolutely fantastic message that implies that the life that you have been dreaming of is becoming a reality for you. Your affirmations, prayers, visualizations, and your conscious efforts in making the necessary changes have brought your dream to fruition. Even if at the moment you may just be seeing glimmers of your dreams coming true, and know that these dreams will soon transform and manifest into your material and physical reality. So stay on your current path and fuel your dreams with more faith and prayers in order to see a favorable outcome soon. Release any fears that could cause you to sabotage your success, and always be grateful and wishing everyone a happy day filled with magic and miracles. Type yes if you have faith and trust in God, and if you want your all wishes come true, type Amen.